How has your relationship with players and coaches changed over time, especially in the context of this past year where you weren't able to access them as much?
Yeah, so I think that, I would have wished that they were in their offices and I could have just walked into their offices and talked with them every now and again. I think those relationships would have been a lot stronger that way. But then again, I've also, made new relationships with coaches already this semester. I have a good relationship with Coach Moore at Women's Lax. I have a good relationship with Coach Val at baseball. I have really good relationships with Coach Swantram for football and Coach Rahila with field hockey. Those coach relationships are like vital to creating great content. Again, if they trust you to be around, things are gonna go super well.
So, in the middle of the pandemic, as everything has like changed, how did your approach to social media also change?
I think that, coming in, we knew that we could only have a few content creators in places, and we may not be able to have that many people at games. So we kind of just took what we could get. So if we had one photographer at a game, then so be it. If we had just a social media manager at a game, then so be it. Like this is kind of our year of getting used to things. And in some ways, it's easier to do that in the pandemic because it's easier to mess up um, and learn from your mistakes. But I think on social media for games and stuff, our approach stays the same. I think that we run things on game day, we run things in game and post game, highlights after the game, photos, all that kind of stuff. That's doesn't really change from COVID. Um, yeah.
So we will strictly adhere to New York State guidelines and Tompkins County Health Department guidelines, which is what we've been doing all along. So every single one of our sport protocols has been reviewed by the campus health and safety advisory group and then also the county health department. I would expect that in the fall, with vaccines being widely available and expected for all students who return to campus, that we will return to almost normal in the fall. We'll have to see. Everything, the situation has evolved so much, even from January to now, and New York State is opening up more and more. So I think if the summer goes well and vaccinations are pretty widely available and obtained by people, we'll be able to open up our venues for visitors, for family and friends to come and support the Bombers when we're in action. But we'll have to see. And indoor spaces, we don't know yet. Those have been a little behind what has been possible outdoors. But we'll monitor that. And I know the goal of the president is for us to be as close to normal as possible in the fall. So we'll be part of that.